Hello. Oh, let's fix our hair. Or let's do, I like readjust. My hair's look. Oh, where's my cat?
This is our hat edition. That beanie does look cute on you.
Hi everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to my YouTube. We will be discussing the latest episode of 90 Day Fiance. And I'm here with a very special guest. And that special guest is my cousin, Monique.
Hi folks.
You guys, Monique.
I'm so excited to be here. I love 90 Day. I've been watching all her updates and they're amazing. So I'm ready to be part of this experience.
Oh yeah, I mean, and it's like, why hasn't this happened already? Here's some quick backstory. So our family was on Family Feud 40 years ago. Monique's mom even had to kiss the host like on the lips. It was super gross. Anyway, we lost. It sucked. So we went back as the next generation to get our family name out of the mud and for revengeance. Plus, we didn't have to kiss Steve Harvey, which is great because this is not how he looks, but this is how he could look. If you aren't already, subscribe to this channel, please, and hit the notification bell, and go ahead and like this video while you're clicking. Just click, 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 and click, and click. Just get it all out of the way, and then just like dive into this episode with us.
Like all this shit. Are we allowed to cuss on this?
Oh yeah, we're allowed to cuss.
Okay. Yeah.
So this episode was called Backed into a Corner, honey. And this is how I feel going on into this season. Backed into a corner because I'm already all in. I'm invested. I'm kind of bored and everything is fake. But like, I'm already in this far. I'm backed into a corner, TLC and producers. So you have me, but I'm not happy about it, you know. And I feel like a squirrel about to like... That's how I feel.
She'll totally do that too.
Yeah. More like on my YouTube channel than actually hurt someone because I just got a manicure and I don't want to like mess it up.
Look at these gels, girl. Look at these gels.
Oh, did we both get We're like barely matching. We're like one tone off.
Cousin time.
Cousin time, but we're like different. You know what I'm saying? Like different hats, different manis and petties. But very similar. Very similar. Too similar, some would say.
But not like similar in a weird way. We don't like do things together. Like those kind of things. I feel like when you say similar.
No, I don't.
I feel like people get that weird. It's like that weird.
No, I don't think that was.
I think when people associate cousins, sometimes they get weird. We're not weird.
We're not like.
We're not those cousins.
Victorian lesbian friends. You know what I'm talking about. Like Victorian, like girls would just like have sleepovers and just like fuck each other all the time.
What?
Anyway, okay, so let's get into this episode. Also, if you haven't already, please follow me at Chris Farah on Twitter and Instagram, and Monique is at the Mo Farah. Am I right?
Yeah, MOE.
And follow us for all the fun things. And Mo, I am so happy to have you here.
I'm really excited to be here, actually. This episode was kind of insane.
What have you thought of this season?
I kind of agree with a lot of people that it seems a little bit more contrived than the previous seasons, only because you couldn't have made up these people in the previous seasons. I currently go back to serial killer Paul. He's one of my favorite characters to ever grace 90 Day Fiance. But I will say, like, especially with the Steven and Olga thing right now, like that's heating up to a point where I feel like I get to like, I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable watching the two of them together.
Yeah, I think a lot of episodes and a lot of scenes of these couples particularly are uncomfortable to watch, which is why I don't like watching.
Yeah, there's no
season. There's no Andrew, there's no Michael, there's no Anfisa where you're just like, oh, you. I mean, literally. I will say this, like, Lyda has done the work of being, again, the Cruella DuVille of this episode. Like, Larissa has also done a lot of, like, great work. She's not a meanie. Like, Larissa's actually, like, I think Larissa, like, says a lot of, like, bitchy things, but, like, Lyda literally has, like, flames coming out of her nostrils, like, if this was a Disney movie. I mean, she is a devil, you know, where Larissa's just, like...
Well, Larissa and Colt are, like, the comic relief.
Somewhere else.
Yeah, like, they're, like, the comic relief. Like, she talks about him having a big dick, and, like, he talks about the fact she's crazy.
Anyway, we're gonna start with Lyda and Eric. So, Lyda's mad at Tosh for, like, not keeping her room clean, which makes no sense because
she pays rent there.
Yeah, and she's not supposed to be in her room.
Yeah, because it's her room.
And she said, don't come in my room. And then Lyda didn't. She opened the door.
Saw the mess and lost her shit.
Yeah. And then got mad at her, and it's like...
But that was our agreement. Like, I pay rent, you stay out of my room. Like, if my roommates came in my room, and then kicked me out of the house for the way it looked.
I'd be like, can't do that.
Just pay rent.
Also, isn't her name on the lease? Because didn't her father like coming to her? I don't know how that worked. Like,
yeah, the whole thing.
Maybe
like,
once her dad came in, it was like the landlord was like, "Well, it's your dad," Like,
maybe she stopped paying a month or two. Was that what happened?
I hate the story. I don't like. It's like I hate it and like love it at the same time. It's like obviously the only dramatic thing, but it's like it's really hurtful to watch Tosh and the rest of the family feel this. And I also feel like Eric is a tadpole of
like literally he's on the phone.
I think sperm have like more happen
backbone than Eric does with Lyda.
Yeah,
like literally his backbone fell out of his ass and onto the floor. The first episode, we've never seen it since.
He really is like the Ursula, like people like it's like
the victims like staring up at her like, what can I do, Lyda?
And like Lyda is Ursula, just like
she is
around,
a Disney character,
like picking up Tosh and think that Tosh is just like plankton that's gonna like plop hot and like make like a perfect rouge for her,
Well, and also you're watching her on the phone, and this is the moment where Eric can stand up for his daughter, and she says she doesn't want you in the house.
Yeah.
And he literally said, "Get your shit out and get."
Well, you're barely there, Tosh. So just pick yourself up and leave.
Get out and leave.
Yeah, well, you're not even there anyway, so it doesn't make a difference that I'm kicking you out.
You just watch like Tasha like just lose
any faith that like her father was a normal human being with a heart that like was participated in the genetic birth of her.
Let's just call it what it is. He's vaginitized.
Okay, Monique has a theory that like Lyda's pee is so good that like that's just why
he is all about this situation. No, it wasn't a specific ethnicity situation, but I will say that he cannot get enough of her, and he hasn't had sex with someone that young. Probably ever. And his 20-year-old daughter is hampering his situation. Even his father was like, dude.
Even your dad is like, what? No, you have to be on your child's side.
You're like,
what do you it's family.
Yeah, you should be there for her.
What? Did I raise you? Who are you?
And also,
where's Eric?
The military haircut.
What happened to your teeth?
I'm never going to get over that situation.
Oh my God.
They're like, literally, might as well put a bowl on that guy's head and just cut around it with a haircut that
was bananas. So then, Lyda has a conversation with Tanya. Tanya, who is Eric's ex-wife / mom of the babies.
Yes.
Including Tosh.
They were married, right?
I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
Which, by the way, Haram, that woman. She was with him for a very long time and raised 3
I can't believe he's 40. Does it not look the life got sucked out of him?
Yeah. Like the liquor bottle specifically sucked his teeth out.
Oh no. You know that part in Hocus Pocus where they literally suck the life out of the children?
Yes.
They turn into these pale.
Yes.
Like Eric is halfway through the transition.
So is it Lyda? But why did he break up? It's like, I think that the wife broke up with him, Tawny. It must have been. And I think that he has some
shit. I don't see any love lost.
Maybe he's an alcoholic, and maybe that's why she was like us or whatever. He left, and then he's like, "Oh, she dumb. She put an ultimatum. I'll get a stupid submissive Asian girl," but then goes online and gets the opposite because that's what always happens. Because men are disgusting animal pigs and don't know anything. Right? And then he gets Lyda, and then Lyda makes his life a living hell. Lyda. Well,
I think what happened was she just blatantly said it. I'm here to advance my medical career. Yeah. So do I want to give all that up and go home and be in my rich house? And she's like, no, fuck it. I actually need to have this career. I'm on TV right now. And I'm going to sleep next to this tired, white, drained man.
40-year-old.
And I'm going to take whatever he has left.
72.
Take whatever he has left. Take his life. Take his extra bread. Get rid of his children. He could pay for Alessandro. Meanwhile, Alessandro's gorgeous dad is somewhere else doing.
Why is he gorgeous?
He's cute. Did you not see them FaceTiming? And he was like, "Stop fucking it up. Don't be the evil stepmom." And she's like, "I don't give a shit."
No, because she is.
And he said it a few times, and she's like, "Nope, don't care."
She's also insane, like, to tell Tanya, like, she tells her, Tanya? Who knows what her name is. But she's like, oh, and by the way, everyone agrees with me. Like, there's only one kid, and it's Tasha, and everyone knows I'm in the right. And it's like, no, everyone knows that
Who's everyone? Who's she's talking to?
By the way, does not think that you're in the right. She believes her daughter and her 2 other daughters.
She's completely overwhelmed by that experience of talking to you and can't even respond.
She can't even believe that you are saying the audacious things that you're saying and is now realizing the monster that you are in this conversation. It's unfolding in front of her eyes. So she's like,
do you think Eric is watching this and seeing the error of his ways, or do you think he's revalidating his own experience?
He is in the Nile River.
Just,
Meanwhile,
his youngest daughter is just brainlessly playing video games with Alessandro. They don't speak. They're just there as props for the set.
Yeah, just babysitting for free. Like, Tasha, that I don't even deserve Eric, and I should go back to my country. See, so she's a meaning to me. She's meaning to me. So and like Tanya's like, well, you literally, they don't. Eric's children don't want to go to your wedding, and she's like, oh, good. I mean, okay, but good.
Yeah. And then literally walks off to the cameraman and says, I hope they don't come. They don't come? Great.
Yeah.
They're not going to get a choice of steak or fish or any of these things. They don't need to come.
No, but I'd rather have more flowers. Anyway, because she loves flowers in a wedding. Anyway.
Yeah.
She is straight up just like, Eric, me, Alice. That is the new family now.
Your father no longer belongs to you.
What father is what you should say. Just as Olga has no other family, so you. That's what a bitch she is. So the next couple is Jay and Ashley. It's 4 days before the wedding, 4 days before they go to Vegas, honey. They're packing, yes. And they're just like, I don't ever open the door! And they're just like,
everybody.
I mean, I would have been like, run! Trump did it! I would have been like, we're in fucking World War III. Yeah. I would have been like,
but
call
it's just
my dad. I would have been like crying in a corner. Like I can't deal with that. Like I have too much anxiety for that loud noise.
But it's her friend on a moped. That's just
her friend's ombre, and a moped. Natalie. I can't believe Natalie has come around and been such a character in this season. She really has.
She has made herself relevant. She wants to be the 7th housewife.
Take note, Danny, who had a great start, a fire rockety start, and then we never saw again. And that couple we don't even speak of because that couple is such a goddamn fake ass, crying ass, stupid ass couple.
So much crying.
Anyway, yeah. So like, brain Natalie is upset, honey, because like Ashley, she feels
become a different person.
Yeah, has not answered a call. Has like become
he is holding her hostage.
Yeah, like she thinks that Jay has made Ashley choose between them, and that obviously she chose Jay.
I mean, is there a question about what would you choose Natalie without any other option? Like
Natalie,
nothing or Natalie
for a long time.
She's that friend that you're friends with for a long time because she won't let your friendship go. Like she will literally come banging down your door at noon on a Tuesday to preserve your friendship.
Okay. Also, Ashley, like 30-year-old girl with a couple of kids, and this person's a 20-year-old person from Jamaica.
Oh well, yeah. You're talking about her choosing.
I'm just saying.
She's choosing sex 3 times a day over whatever drama.
And she's complaining. She's complaining about sex 3 times a day.
I mean, after a while, that's a lot. That seems great at first, but we're talking like you got to satisfy that every day, 3 times a day. He was basically telling her, look, this is what I need, and if this can't happen, don't be surprised if I stray.
Yeah.
He put that warning out there.
What a gentleman.
He is letting her know, I'm 20. And there's an expectation.
Look, and
I will actually die if I don't release.
Yeah. There are things that she's like, look, I need you to like tell me where you're going at all times.
Yeah, I need you
I would like you to have the friend finder app on your phone so I can see where you are. Like that's something that she would want because of her trust issues. And he's just like, cool, I'll do it all, but just fuck me a lot.
Yeah, and keep fucking me. In the second that you aren't fucking me, don't be shocked if I'm not.
I'm fucking someone else. I gotta fuck.
That's what I learned from that as they're in Vegas. And he's like, I'd rather live here. And it's like, yeah, totally. You left Jamaica to end up in Pennsylvania.
What if he came to LA? He'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, so like ethnicities everywhere. This is crazy. I did kind of secretly hope, though, that Larissa and Colty would show up at their wedding.
Let's have like a special TLC.
I'll bring and say yes to the dress.
You know, like you can do a whole thing. You know, you can bring in a couple. TLC has like already its marker in the business. You can for weddings it.
4 weddings. 90
you can do a
90-day
4 weddings crossover episode where then they judge each other's.
It would be the
wedding
combination of anything ever.
Are you listening?
And then combined it with
to
Snap.
us right
so
now.
So there's a murder at the end.
We're getting paid for this idea.
Yeah, this should happen.
No, we're not. We're executive. We're
this
come
is
to
what's
this.
happening.
This is because
royalties are happening.
Because this is already on the internet, so we
own it now. We actually that's the patent, right?
Yeah, we said it.
We said it.
Why aren't we? This is why we need to be television execs. This is why we'll have a production company someday. Listen to mark our words. We will have a production company someday where we get to make content in however way we want to make content. And you'll be excited about it because we have a fresh point of view, honey, and we keep it real and we funny.
And we smart.
Colt and Larissa bring us to our next couple, talking about whether Colt and Larissa are going to make it to the wedding of Ashley and Jay, since they're going to be in Vegas anyway, honey. This starts with the aftermath of
the weirdest fight.
You know, where
she like threw
I am the queenie, and anyone who was against the queenie will die. Off with their heady! You know, like
will die.
So
literally will die.
So now Colty is on his computer looking up like one-way tickets to Brazil, like on Frontier and Spirit, honey. He's gonna spend like not marrying $99.
Like she is literally not gonna have a carry-on.
She's literally someone's carry-on.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
She throws the ring at him, and she's like up the stairs, pouncing up the stairs,
pissed.
Very, very upset, and then not nary what looked like 5 minutes later, I mean, a Jekyll and Hyde, different person walks down the stairs like, Colty.
Hi, Colty.
What's wrong, Colty?
What are you doing?
Oh, you just
my lovey Colty.
Oh, Colty, where's my ring?
Oh, yeah. My finger is so berry, Colty.
I'm so sorry, Colty.
It's so coldy.
I'm so cold, my Colty.
Yeah, I'm so cold, my unlike how I'm never coldy in your car.
Yeah, because you have no air conditioning
in your car. It needs air conditioning.
Please.
She sits down, she puts on makeup, okay? Like, she's putting on makeup.
First of all, when is she not wearing makeup? I love how she gets so upset.
She's like someone
She's always in full glam, full glow up every time. So it's hard for Colty to tell when she gets dressed up.
She's like a Kardashian in that she will like be like, I gotta put on my makeup, and you're staring at someone with full makeup. Like, you know how if Monique was just like, I gotta put on some lipstick, and then she just put on the same shade, and you're like, you're obviously wearing that look. You know what I'm saying?
It's like lavender oil. Just a quick, thanks. Oh.
So then we get Larissa's apology. She promises not to lose her temper, and this results in a double date. And we get the best. We get another GoPro, which I love a GoPro shot of Colty and Larissa in a car.
And the smarty couple.
Yeah.
She likes them because they're smarty friends.
Yeah. And also she's just like fanning herself in the front seat with the handicap sign.
What?
This heat will make anyone handicappy.
I don't know if that's appropriate.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh, which goes back to the fact that you cannot call Larissa a gold digger. She does not even have air conditioning in Vegas. What gold is she digging?
No, honey.
She is on a strip.
She's digging for
loaded with chapels. She can marry any drunk man there. She likes Colty. She is into Colty's.
There's something there. There's something there.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, yeah, she's digging for aluminum foil if she's anything.
Yeah, I don't understand. She's on the beach with one of those little fucking coin metal detectors, and she's coming up with dried gum.
Yeah, maybe she's looking for dried gum though.
I think she likes being the gem amongst
dried gum. This restaurant scene is funny because it's like between this girl who has braces and like this crazy ass backpack
and amazing pigtails. You're like, but you're
what?
40s.
Like, how are you? Like, what is this?
And then she's with like the most vanilla gentleman.
You're like, also, how did you guys come together?
Like, what party? Was it a music festival? Was it a Trekkie convention? What created that
high school
couple?
Sweethearts in a chat room for Disney fanatics?
But next to Colty and Larissa, they looked like a dream couple, though. Well, dream. I mean, that's a loose interpretation of the situation, but like.
But this was a weird situation because then it's like, Larissa's like, do you think I'm a bitch? Be honest, be truthful, you know, whatever.
I'm a crazy bitch. And he's like, kinda.
Yeah, okay, then, yes. And the girl's like, no.
You're fiery.
You're fiery. You're sassy. Yeah, and then she's like, oh, and then what do you want me to say? Well, the Colty has a big dick. Here's what he wants me to say. And then they're just like, the other couple there is like... I can't
picture Colty's dick. It makes me uncomfortable.
I can picture it, and it does not, I picture it not being...
Anyways.
I just picture it not being... for me or for most women I know.
But I firmly believe that Colty's getting a lot of people sliding into his DMs now. Because once someone like Larissa is with him, it's like, well, why is... Because this is one of the few couples where I believe Larissa cares for Colty.
So you're like, what does he have that like has...
Yeah, Larissa? What is he doing? And also, Larissa's nuts.
Do you think that he like is good at going down?
I mean, you have to say all this out here. Yeah, possibly. Oh, can we talk really quickly about the fact that when the waitress came up, he couldn't even look at her?
Oh, yeah. Of course, TLC producers thinking much of bringing the same waitress, this one without glasses.
Without glasses.
Right.
Colty did good. He gave compliments to the last time, but not this time.
I mean, he avoided her like the bubonic plague.
He literally
she tried to get his eyes. She was
she would just... Hey, remember me? I need to be featured on TLC.
Yeah.
I just need to...
I want to be the Natalie of this couple. Where I show up again and again.
It just keeps happening. She's like, look, I took the glasses up.
Yeah, she wants to be seen from both sides, so you, like, know her.
No, yeah,
and he literally just like, I only like the glasses.
He learned, according to Larissa. Yeah. And his friends were just like, what?
But then, like, they have some freakish, too, stuff. There's something freaky about... I bet that's how they know Colty. They're all in some sex club together.
Weird sex club together where they're all...
And you know who else is in the sex club?
Carnally.
The one with the flower in her hair. That's friends with her cousin. God, it's not her name Ashley. I always forget her name. They're all in the sex club together.
Chris is not this out.
Okay, so the next couple is Olga and Steven. Okay, this is very hard.
Oh my God, not without my daughter Russia style. I can't. The whole episode, you're just waiting for him to grab the baby and just run to the airport.
This is like, okay, I will say this. Ross said this too, and I agree with this. I have defended Steven because of what I feel like is obvious trauma from his youth.
From his
and this has gotten
passing.
harder and harder to do. And this, I wash my hands of it. I don't have any stock in it, except that I did give them $30 for their GoFundMe. You can see that in my live story.
Because
I wanted to make sure they hit $200 because they put up a GoFundMe.
Yeah,
and it's only it's been up 4 hours. It's only raised $170, so I didn't feel bad about that. I gave them $30. Plus, I told you I would do this in an earlier thing. Before I knew they even had a GoFundMe, before they even put it out, but I knew that was going to happen. And
they're young.
Yeah, they're young.
They have a baby. It's his lack of empathy, but it's...
And I only gave it to them because they're still together. I wouldn't give it to them if it was just Steven, obviously. I wouldn't. I would just find Olga and I would just be like, I'll give you all the money that I have. A lot of money.
I can't defend Steven.
I don't give you guys any money. Sorry, so don't ask. I'm not
because he's not giving any money, except for me when I need it sometimes. I need it sometimes. Okay, I can't defend his actions, but what I can say is that I think that a 19-year-old boy has a huge lack of understanding of what actually happens when you give birth and the hormones that are released and the bonding that needs to happen. And so he's literally just thinking that this baby needs to come with me, but after spending 2.5 hours, 3 hours inside the embassy, I think he realized that I can't take care of that baby for 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
So he came out, he's like, I don't know how to say this, but the baby can stay. But I think it would be better in America. It's like, of course the baby could stay. The baby was born here. You are a visitor here to where the baby was born.
Do you think at one point Steven was like, the baby was crying and was like, should I try and get the milk? And you're like, no, you can't. The baby is a baby. It's a brand new baby. It needs milk from its, I don't know, mommy.
Which was like immediate, right when they came out.
Just feed the baby. Like,
But did anyone else, when he came out of that embassy, did you not feel like Olga felt, where you were like, oh, thank God he didn't leave the country with the baby right away?
I don't think the TLC producers would let you do that.
I feel like they would happily follow him to the airport, one cab drive behind, and get the whole thing to the airplane.
Also,
they can't interfere.
You're going to do that to Olga after you know what I assume you know, which we found out this week, which is Olga's parents and past, which is how she got in the orphanage, which if you don't know, we talked about in our live, which we might have to get rid of our live, which is fine. We're doing this recap for you now, but pretty much Olga's...
You guys.
Okay, you can look it up, but Olga's father and mother, who are deeply Orthodox religious, on Orthodox Christmas, which happens actually the first week of January, they thought that Olga's older sister, who was a mother of 2 kids, was possessed by the devil. They end up killing Olga's older sister.
And we won't describe the way that they killed her, but it is the worse than anything you've seen on American Horror Story.
It's graphic, but they kill her because they think that she's either possessed by the devil or married to the devil. It's confusing. And that's why so her parents were then put up, in the court of law, and then they went to jail. So she lost everyone, her whole family, is what I'm saying, right? And then she was in the orphanage. Now I know, right? And so knowing that, Steven, after you know that, this little girl just gave birth for the first time, you're going to try and take that baby away? Are you this is where I cannot do with you. I'm done with you. Are you insane?
And also, you're not going to raise it. You're going to give it to your adopted mom, basically, to raise while you go do your shifts at the restaurant.
Are you out of your goddamn...
He is out of his goddamn mind.
Are you on drugs? And she was so afraid of being alone. And like, when he came back and he was just like, feed the baby, feed the baby. It's like, what? Stop yelling at her and telling her what to do with this goddamn baby. And you sit down and let her tell you what to do with the baby, because you have no clue. I'm so pissed. And I just don't give them death threats or whatever, because they've obviously worked this stuff up. And as I'm mad with you, I obviously already gave them $30. This is just, we're looking at
Steven, do not run into her in a dark alley.
This is the thing. When you're seeing these recaps of these shows, it's kind of like looking up into the stars. Because when you look up in the stars, you're looking up in the past. That's light. That's like thousands upon thousands of hundreds of thousands years old.
This is her Mufasa moment.
You're looking at the past. And I am reviewing the past. We're already in the present. The present is there together. I know this. I gave $30 to their GoFundMe. But what I'm trying to tell you is, this made me very, very upset to watch. It's very upsetting. This whole season's very upsetting. And that's the theme of my life with this season.
That's the part that makes me think their storyline is not contrived, because you can't imagine that somebody would want the world to see them that way.
Would be so...
just callous. I know you're not going to get your citizenship. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make sure he gets his. And then you can come over when you come. And it's like, no, dude, there's breast milk happening that cannot come out of your nipples, no matter how hard you try.
Is it that he's a narcissist and you just can't see it?
I think he is
a psychopath. No,
he
is so immature he can't see it. Is he just so
he's also very typical to think. It's a typical mindset to think that no matter what, a kid is better in America than any other country, even if the parent that has them is not equipped to be a parent at this moment by themselves.
Our next couple is our last couple. As again, we're not talking about the couple that is unnamed.
No, the one that cries a lot. And then also has random underwear in cupboards and shit.
Yeah, we don't care about them. We don't care about them. Okay, so the last couple is Kalani and Asuelu. Okay, so here's the whole thing.
Asuelu's like Pete's dragon. Sweet, simple, and destructive.
Yeah, or like of Mice and Men,
Oh, Lenny?
Yeah. But it kills things. Have you seen The Ferryman, anyone? Which is a play on Broadway. Okay, if you're in New York and you care about a play, recommendation, go see The Ferryman. I think it's going to win the best show. I have at least 3 travel diaries I have to put up. One of them is our travel diary in Vegas. One of them is my Dearborn, and one of them is New York. But I promise to get all these up in the holidays when I have a little more time. Anyway, so here we have Kalani and Asuelu, and guess what? They stumbled upon, they have a surprise.
Oh my God,
a sudden surprise. They came out of left field.
How did this even happen?
They were not prepared.
Not aware.
Not knew
blindsided.
What?
Apparently, neither one of these people have ever taken a sex ed class in the entirety of their lives.
Except condoms are for slut people.
So
she's pregnant, right? So Kalani's pregnant.
Because condoms are for slut people.
And she's also, guess what? blaming Asuelu for all of it.
Does she not know how that first baby was made? Her other baby literally still looks like a fetus. Like, he is just born.
I know. And she's like still breastfeeding.
And she's just like,
that's how fertile.
She's so upset.
Fertile they are.
I felt sad for her because I knew that was bad news.
She was just like, I can't possibly happen. I'm still breastfeeding. Do you think that's what happened?
Yeah, and I think she was like, how could this happen twice? It's like, you know how it can happen? It's because it keeps coming inside of you.
But I'll tell you why. This is what you do. You download Flow, which is or some sort of app on your phone, and then it tells you your ovulation dates.
I think that ovulation trackers are for slut people.
Well, he doesn't have one. Like, look, I cannot have sex right now. Look.
Okay, yeah, because he can't have sex right now.
Ovulation in 3 days. There's a chance to get pregnant. Kalani is horrified that she's pregnant. Asuelu is super excited because Asuelu is like, oh great,
more kids the better.
More kids the better. I get to have a sibling for Oliver, and like Kalani's like, we have no money, and like I was already overwhelmed and I can't even deal. So guess what? They go to lunch or whatever.
At this point, she doesn't even know she wants to marry him. And
they get ice cream. That's what happens. Yeah, and they get the mom there, and like they're gonna talk about everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and this whole time with her has been like, I don't think I want to get married with him because the whole thing is can't like
he
trust
doesn't
with
really
the baby.
know. And every time he touches him, I scream at him.
If I can't trust him with the baby, like how am I gonna get married with him?
And he wants to cuddle every second. He'll cry if I don't.
Yeah, like, you know, I just can't. I cannot do it. And so, no, I'm not gonna get married with him. And like a couple of sometimes she's like, maybe I will, but that's the whole season back and forth. And so like, so now she's like, you think that now that I'm pregnant that I for sure want to get married to him, but I think that he got me pregnant so that he'd stay in America. So now I think I shouldn't get married to him. Like, it's just like, well, whatever.
Do you think he got her pregnant to stay in America?
No, I think that he literally is just like, oh, I like sex and I'm here and we did it before. Can we do it again? And Oliver is I think that he was just, I think this was like, me and you are going to be mother and father to babies now. Yes, that's what I think. And
we'll just keep producing. That's what we do.
We're going to keep producing, and I'm going to open the coconuts.
What does Asuelu think he's going to do for work?
Open young coconuts, young fresh Thai coconuts for all the people in LA that want the fresh coconut juice. That's what you should do. Work for Harmless Harvest. The best part. This is one of my favorite parts. They go to meet with Lisa, right? Who's Lisa's like Kalani's mom, right? And Lisa, and they're both like,
we have something to tell you.
Yeah, and Lisa's like,
and
what's wrong?
Tears.
And like
down.
No one says anything except, and then like you can tell that like Asuelu just wants to be like, oh, what happened to baby?
Yeah, like big gender reveal, like things popping out.
Yeah, but like unfortunately, no. No one says anything. Asuelu's dying. Kalani's just like crying. It's like so awkward. And then suddenly it's like, yeah, we're pregnant. And Lisa's reaction's not a positive one.
She's just frozen.
Yeah,
like
because Kalani's crying, and that's her mother. So
she knows that this oafish gentleman next to her is just going to keep pumping babies into her until
sperm with more backbone than Eric.
Why doesn't she go on birth control?
I'm sure those Mormons don't believe in that. They're Mormons or something, I think. So it's just so weird. It's just like, Kalani's like, why would Asuelu want this? Like, answer the question right away. Like, why would Asuelu want this? I mean, because he's from a culture that wants siblings for all of their kids. I guess that's exactly it. They don't know what it's like to be in America and to have things cost a lot more money, and it's a lot easier to have a lot of big families in Samoa.
You're talking about a gentleman where he arrived to the airport, ripped off his shirt, and started dancing.
Which Kalani said that the TLC producers made him do, which is why she was like upset about it and why she was like,
that's the least shocking.
But I think that's her whole thing is about TLC producers made us do this, or this is the way the TLC producers edit our family. We're really not horrible people. Racist Kardashian ones.
Seem racist?
Well, racist against their own kind.
Oh yeah, because her father said he didn't want her to marry someone of his own kind. He wanted her to marry a white guy.
Yes.
So instead, she met Asuelu.
Then we find out that she finally gives in, and she still wants to get married to Asuelu, and Asuelu gets to have a bite of ice cream as a reward. The kind of bite I'm on right now.
I wish I had ice cream to show you the bite.
Oh my God.
Do you have something you could?
Do you think I have ice cream right now? We would be eating ice cream if I had ice cream right now.
Even if you have yogurt, I could show it.
I don't have yogurt. I have one. You can have it there. Trader Joe's like Caribbean juice bar. You know what are those?
Yeah, it's not going to get the same effect.
But she's afraid to tell her sister now that she's made that decision,
because she hasn't been telling her sister anything.
Kalani. Can you believe that her name's Kalani and has a sister named Kalani?
I think that there's a lack of creativity. They're like, we like Hawaiian names.
Samoan names. Polynesian names.
Yeah. Look, I think they're pretty names.
Very pretty names. Thank you so much for watching our recap. Where can they follow you?
Follow me on my Instagram at the Mo Farah. That's the MOEFARAH. We'll start there.
And you can follow me. My name is at Chris L. Farah. The L is for Loved Baked Wings, which is this like baked wings place, which I love so much, and they are so freaking tasty. And I get the Loved Baked Wings original, and they make their own ranch there. It is so insane.
What's happening?
And then you take a bite, and it's like spicy, and the ranch is so good. And it's not like bottled ranch, you know, like gross ranch. Ugh, ranch is so hard to get good.
Do you guys know what it's like to have ranch this close to your face when you're not eating it?
I got a whole other one.
It's like a whole thing.
Anyway.
I hate the sound of people chewing.
I don't know, I'm doing it so much.
And like if someone was next to me with a bowl of cereal or celery, I'd fucking kill myself.
Unless you can do with your cousins.
I love you.
Anyway, happy holidays.
And don't forget, the Farah family featuring Monique and I will be on Family Feud. That's December 25th, Christmas Day, with another episode airing December 26th, the day after Christmas, playing lovely families. Don't want to give too much away, but I'll link a promo above.
Take care of yourselves and each other. Stand up for what you believe and make art. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.